was thinking, what are the main issues concerning this election? And although I promise that we're going to be fooling around, not today. I got a list here of 33 issues that I want you to think about right now, right here. Welcome to I Was Thinking. I'm your host, Carlos Augusto Cestero. And I want you to think about these items and review this show, okay? Because this is what makes the difference between one party or the other, okay? I'm going to name them, 33 issues, okay? Abortion. Where does Romney stand? Where does Obama stand? Where do you stand? Afghanistan. The auto bailout. The campaign spending, all the money that is being spent, and that it usually goes into catastrophical amounts, enormous amounts of money, okay? Campaign funds. What about China? King, 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 king. Where do you stand on that? Where does Obama stand? Where does Romney stand? How about civil rights? Civil rights, mind you, it's not only concerning race, okay? There are many forms of civil rights. Bear that in mind. And bear that in mind, what's going on with the weather. Is it prophecies from the Bible, like some of us believe? And is it also incompatibility? Global warming. That's another issue. Cybersecurity. That's next in the agenda. Cybersecurity. That's so important, okay? Are we secure? Can the pirates and the anonymous groups do anything they want and break into security at airports and stuff like that? You got to think about it. Where does Romney stand? Where does Obama stand? Where does the Republican Party stand? Where do you stand? How about the debt, the national debt? How much money does the federal government owe, and to whom and why? What's going on with that, all right? Defense money, all the amounts of money concerning the defense of the United States. We're talking big time, okay? Now, another subject. Of course, this one is very popular. The economy, employment, unemployment, basics, energy, oil, solar, wind, hydraulic, whatever it is. Where do you stand on that? Who's in favor of where you stand? Or are you going to be convinced? Are you willing to be convinced one way or the other? The environment, just look around. You remember when you took a trip to the country and you could see all the stars and you could breathe good air? Well, that's getting to be a little bit not popular these days, right? European crisis, the European common market, the euro dollar. What a mess. Or is it? We don't know. Sometimes we hear things and then it's the opposite. Where do you stand? How about gay marriage? You know, it's interesting because that word gay is supposed to be happy. Well, who's happy concerning gay marriages? All right? Where do you stand concerning that? Now, another subject, another issue, 33 issues that I have here, okay? Guns and gun control. That's very important. Do you have a gun? Do you want to have? Do you think you need a gun? It's interesting, right? The law has guns. The crooks have guns. What about the citizens? What about that famous axiom, the right to bear arms? I got two arms. What about the arms that I can bear with my hand attached to my arm? How about you? Where do you stand on that? Another very, very hot item. Immigration. Inmigración, you know. 10, 12 million undocumented aliens, Hispanics, and from other countries too, but mainly Hispanics. Where do you stand? What's convenient? All right, think about it. Think about the income equality or inequality. Not only men and women, and I understand that if a woman does the same kind of job, you know, produces the same for a company, then she should get paid as, you know, as much as the guy gets, right? Okay, that's fair enough. But what about, in general, the vision, the general global vision of the economic inequality in the United States? They say that, mind you, and I'm quoting here, 20% earns 51% of the money. 1/5 of the earners in the United States earn over half of the green. What about that? Do you like that? Do you agree with that? And also they say that 1%, or 80% earns the rest. Now, let's go on. Besides the income equality, what about the system, the infrastructure that allows this to take place? Where do you stand concerning infrastructure right before you vote today? Where do you stand? Where does Obama stand? What does Romney offer? Check it out. Infrastructure. How about Iran? Okay, this guy with the funny last name, Hopanoyotin. What's up with those names? Why don't they call themselves Jose, Robert? Yo, you know what I'm saying? They have these weird names, man. It's difficult to relate to people, but anyway, that's another story. Iran. What are you gonna do about Iran? What do you want? What do you think? Are you being motivated by fear, by hate, by money, by love, by truth, by God, by the devil? Woo! Check it out. Iran. Are they really on the way? Okay, the other country, Israel. Israel, the Judeo-Christian background of the United States. Where do you stand? Labor unions, what to do? Okay, 12% of the workers in the United States belong to unions. The missile defense, outsourcing jobs outside of the United States, race, the racial problems, social security, the Supreme Court appointments that are coming up, Syria, income taxes, ooh, that's a big one, the taxes, and then terrorism, that's another issue, and the last one to be mentioned here, Wall Street, what to do with Wall Street. You decide, you think about it. That's what I was thinking. Get in touch with me, go vote and decide on this or on that, on him or on him, and let me know what you think. In the meantime, I'll be back to you sometime soon and share with you based on what I was thinking.